My name is Lauren, and today on my channel, we check out the Joyo Cab Box. The Cab Box is a pedal that emulates the sound of a mic'd guitar cabinet or bass cabinet. The pedal has 128 user presets that can all be edited as desired. There are 20 factory presets as well as 10 user slots for loading your own third-party impulse responses. The Cab Box also features 4 power amp sections, 3 EQs, and 10 microphone choices. Here are the 20 included cabinet impulse responses that come with the pedal. These cabinets are hard set and can't be removed. Joyo makes it clear in their manual that this list is just a genre of analog tone, and the following lists are all trademarks of their respective companies. Here are the 10 included microphone emulations you can pick from when using one of the 20 included cabinet impulse responses. And finally, here are all the power amp sections you can choose to use or bypass completely when using the Cab Box pedal. The Cab Box has 3 different EQs depending on what the user wants. It has a 5-band guitar graphic EQ with independent low-pass and high-pass filters. A 5-band bass graphic EQ, again with low and high-pass filters, as well as a 4-band parametric EQ with independent low and high-pass filters. The pedal features top-mounted jacks for power, USB, and guitar in-out, as well as pass-through. On the left side of the pedal, there's a balanced output with ground lift for ease of use when sending signal to your live sound engineer or for studio recording situations. Finally, the pedal has MIDI switching functionality on the right side for use with bypass switching loopers, such as the Joyo PXL Live dual 4-channel programmable pedal controller. Next, I'll go ahead and show you how to load third-party IR impulse responses, as well as set up a preset using the Joyo software. And the first thing that you need is one of these cables. It's a USB to micro USB cable. It did not come with one, or the pedal didn't come with one, but most devices these days don't, and these things are usually kicking around all over the place. Once you've connected your Joyo Cab Box to your computer and you have downloaded and installed the Joyo software from their website, all you need to do is launch it. This is the screen that you're greeted with. So the first section that you have is your power amp section. You can choose what tube you want to use or valve. Input presence and output. This is the preset we're currently making changes to. Although changes will not be saved until we hit save. We can also export our settings as a file that we can then later import and save to the preset. The next page is the cab mic setup, and right now in this slot I have a third-party one loaded up, but when you're using the 20 included factory amp cabinets, you get your choice of the 10 mic models that were mentioned earlier, as well as the mic volume, the center to edge distance on the speaker, as well as the distance from the speaker setting. And finally, the last page that you can mess with is the EQ. You have a graphic guitar EQ, and each band is slightly adjustable, which is nice because most graphic EQs are not that way. And then each band can be boosted or attenuated 15 dB. And then there are dedicated high and low pass filters for each EQ. And the bass is the same deal. It's still 5-band EQ. They just shift the frequency range that you can affect with each band. Finally, the parametric EQ, which I consider to be the most powerful EQ in here, is a 4-band parametric where each band can be set anywhere from 40 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz, or 20K. You can boost or cut 15 dB, and you have a quality setting, which is the bandwidth of the EQ. So that is how much of the frequency area around the frequency that you are cutting or boosting is affected. And the lower you go, the wider it will be. And the higher you go, the more narrow it will be. And you have, again, a dedicated low pass and high pass filter from 15 hertz all the way up to 500. And then here you have 20 kilohertz down to 3 kilohertz. So that's how you make settings with the Joyo software to the cab box. It's pretty simple. All of these tabs are buttons on the cab box itself, so you can make all these changes on the pedal. It's just a little bit quicker in the software. Once you're happy with all the settings that you like, you can hit save and save again, and it is saved to the pedal. Now, if you want to use a third-party impulse, which is an impulse that is not included with the pedal, you need to go back to the cab mic area, and the first 20 are fixed. They cannot be overridden. They are hard memoried. However, the final 10, these are all user configurable. So say you wanted to remove one, you just hit the little minus key. It'll say waiting, and it will dump that out of memory. And you'll see null, and it won't be selectable. If you want to load an impulse into it, you need to, first of all, have some sort of third-party impulse available in wave format. And when you want to load it, you just navigate to where you have some cabinet impulses. Again, wave format. And we'll just pick this one. And once you've done that, it will say waiting. And eventually it will load it into the memory of this. Now, we can select these third-party impulses to load into this preset. However, when you load a third-party impulse, since it was recorded with a microphone of the maker's choice as well as the power amp, you lose the ability to select a mic model, which makes sense in this purpose for this purpose. And so really you're just selecting the cabinet. And in this case, since it was recorded through an EL34, I will turn this off and leave everything the way it is, and then hit save. And now you have loaded a custom impulse response on preset 80 of the cab box. And it's as simple as that. So without further ado, I think we'll move on to the sound samples, which I'm sure most of you are here for. Well, guys, there you have it. That was the Joyo Cab Box. You were hearing it directly as it came out of the unit. There was no post-processing on that clip. And I think it's a good value for the money, and makes a great addition to any studio or live board. Thanks for watching.